Well, what do you think the odds are that Ray is still alive?
I don't know. Probably not real good, considering all the people that hunt down here, but...
Well, people know he exists now.
His antlers are big enough that you would think we would have heard about it.
Probably.
I don't know. I'm hoping he's still around, but the good thing is there was a lot of bucks in here last year.
Right, yeah.
Not just mature bucks, but there was a bunch of younger, like 2 and 3 year old bucks too.
Right.
I'd like to see that big 6x6 with all those points.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him again, or that one real old 8-pointer that Sean saw in there. I think Sean and Danny were in there hunting, weren't they?
Yeah.
I'd love to shoot that thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, or the 10-point. 10-point was alive during the first day of gun season. I don't know how long he made it.
He shouldn't have been alive.
Sean?
Yeah. Should I shoot him, Sean?
Should have shot him, Sean.
Yeah, Sean, you should have shot him. Oh well, what do you do?
I'll complain about it.
Yeah.
Make fun of him until he starts shooting.
He's coming. He's going to be hunting with us again this year.
Yeah.
So
Maybe I'll shoot. Maybe I'll get redemption.
maybe. If he's still around, we ought to pick him up, I would think. We're in here today at the buck nest. We haven't been back here. We were talking in the car on the way over here since...
I haven't been here since gun season.
I haven't been here since bow season.
Yeah.
Like you and Sean were the last ones that were in here. And that's just because we don't want to put any pressure on the area. You know, it gets enough hunting pressure as it is, so we're going to try to make ours as minimal as possible. But we're going to come in tonight and put up a muddy camera in here in the same spot where I had it hung for most of the season last year. It's only about 100 yards. It's not very far. It's actually where we shot the decoy buck a few years ago. This location for the camera right there, there's 4 or 5 trails that meet. We got pictures of Ray there last summer, and all through the fall we got multiple mature bucks. We don't really get very many pictures of them during daylight right here, but last year we did pick up most of the bucks that we had in the buck nest on this camera. How far is that back there? It's probably
another between 1/2 and 3/4 of a mile
from
where we have that camera.
Yeah, back where we're hunting the bucks at in their bedding area. And that's why we continue to preach these bedding areas, is because you can have pictures of them in early season in October in the middle of the night. And if you hunt where you're getting those pictures, you may not even be in the game whatsoever.
Well, I think the other cool thing about this camera specifically is we went in last year with the plan on October 7th. We're going to check that camera. If they're on there in daylight, then we'll hunt here. But if not, we're pushing back. Sure enough, they weren't there in daylight, and we pushed back and saw
all of them, basically.
All of them.
Yeah. You can usually get pictures of a mature buck that's in the area. You may not get very many pictures, but all we're really looking for is one that just says he's here and where he's coming from. Exactly. Because, I mean, we got a bunch of pictures last year of bucks going in and out of there on this trail, you know, in the mornings when they were headed back into the buck nest to bed, and then when they were leaving. And it's a long ways in there. I mean, they probably takes several hours for those bucks to get up here where this camera is once they stand up out of their beds, but it offers minimal intrusion. It's one that we can check, you know, once a month throughout the season, and we're not really worried about leaving scent. So we're going to go ahead and go back here and get it set up. If you look out across there and you see all that yellow top ragweed and stuff and all those broadleaves, that's what those bucks are eating. They just stand up out there and browse on that stuff until it dies later on in October.
Right.
They can bed out there in that crap and stand up and just feed on, I mean, I've seen them eat this stuff before. You've got all kinds of browse in here, in this field that's just natural browse that people overlook all the time for food. At least it seems that way. Give me a hand here, Zinger. Last year, where did we get Ray? Ray was coming down this trail, like right here and out in front. A lot of those bucks are going north to south up through here.
Good.
I think so. You can tell it's dry in here. That's right where it was at last year though. I might have had it shimmed just a little bit more than that. Got it on 10 megapixel, 1 minute delay. Go to work, little baby. Right there's that tree. Right over there in front, over here. Oh, we sat on the ground right over there, dude. Like right up underneath of one of those hedge trees. I remember that tree because the base of that tree is so wide. We had a heck of a...
Didn't we have like that much?
Yeah, we had a heck of a time getting the rope from the stick around it. But see, there's that one trunk there in the middle that's kind of crooked. But that's where we hung at. Was about 20 feet up in that. We haven't ever got busted out of it. We've hunted there 4 or 5 times, I'd say.
Telling Greg earlier, every time I look over there, I see the decoy buck and that 8-pointer standing on that edge.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like I'm always hoping for another one to pop out.
Yep. Seeing the rack just standing up above that grass coming across there. It's sweet. They had that doe out there. I think that's why in the rut that stuff is so good. Because those does, when they start getting harassed, all that timber's so open, so if they start getting bumped around in that, those does just pop out in this and they can lay down out there in that thick stuff, and bucks have a heck of a time finding them. Cool spot. Next time we'll be in here, we'll have stands. We'll be going to the buck nest probably. I'm already getting nervous a little bit. I'm gonna be walking in there close to that, closing in on that tree. Heart's gonna be pounding pretty good, I'd say. And then we're gonna get about 10 feet from the tree and we're gonna blow the whole thing.